Alright, so I couldn't save any of the Instagram video of the 300-mile ride, but if you want to see my 300-mile attempt in 24 hours, check out my Instagram, the cyborg, the space cyborg with 3 G's, GGG. I have my little Instagram live stories on there saved on my timeline. So this little video series here on my YouTube channel will be mostly the psychological side. 2 days before the ride, and today is the 19th, so this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 12 days since the 300-mile ride, because 300-mile ride was on the 7th, which was Labor Day, and today is the 19th. Yeah, so what did I want to say in this video? Let me get a drink. Let me pause it. Okay, I got my coffee. So what I wanted to say was, since completing the ride or the attempt, I have learned a lot of things. So my friend got a really bad saddle sore at mile 166, which was back at Diamond Head, because we started on almost the eastern point of the island, and we went counterclockwise around the island along the coastline, and then up over Pineapple Hill, which splits the island in half, the island of Oahu, and then back in Waipahu we rode over to Kapolei, Barbers Point, and right by my house in Eva Beach, before going to Waipahu, Pearl City, and back towards Honolulu, the main city, which has the most traffic. So we started at midnight, and I ended at about 11:15, just before midnight. So roughly 24 hours. We started a little before midnight, about 11:30 p.m. and I ended about 11:15 p.m. in the North Shore. So fast forward to mile 166, back on the East Point. My friend was battling a really bad saddle sore, really bad. He was in a lot of pain because we rode over Pineapple Hill and we encountered a lot of heavy rain. Both of our kits got soaked with rainwater, plus the friction of biking really long. He got a really bad saddle sore. I fortunately had those little packets of chamois butter, which I put on about every 100 miles or 80 miles whenever I needed an extra lathering down there in the nether regions. And I also took a shower and changed full kit at Eva Beach, when we got to Eva Beach, the first revolution around the island. And then so we got to Diamond Head, the halfway point, mile 166, at about 3 p.m. and then we didn't really take off from there until my friend decided to call it quits, and it was his ride, so I didn't want to just leave anyone behind. And so our other friend Troy decided to ride with me and lead me out of there so I could follow his wheel back for round 2. And as we got around Heia Harbor, which is in the Kaneohe Bay area, the rains kicked up, and a lot of puddles and mud in the shoulder lane. Drivers got super aggressive, passing us at 60 to 90 miles per hour, full speed, really close to us in the shoulder lane, and we're on that 3 feet of the shoulder lane. So it got pretty dangerous at that point, Labor Day. And we also had friends sag-wagging us, support and gear, food, water, supplies. So that was good. And we stretched out at all the normal spots that we did on the first revolution. And I could tell as we got to Kahuku area, almost the ending of North Shore, friends were wanting to pick up the pace a little more. We had been in the dark for a long time at that point. It was probably already 8 or 9 p.m. It was pitch black again. Cars were getting more aggressive, more rain. It was just getting to that uncomfortable point of the night again. And so my body was still feeling good. I was feeling a little bit of friction on the right buttock area. Nothing bad, but just normal. And I ran out of chamois butter at that point because I only had 2 to-go packets. Was eating some rice, some sushi type stuff, inari, granola bars. I still had cookies in my handlebar bag from Kalapawai Cafe, and a friend gave me a hot coffee, which was good. That was like the best, that mile 200. Yeah, that was the best. And so towards the end, I knew we were getting close to the midnight mark. So that last 10 miles or so, I decided to just go full gas because I knew that was the end of our 24-hour adventure, which was an adventure. I had only 1 flat tire in the 300 miles, and I had the flat tire coming over Pineapple Hill on the first revolution, in the dirtiest area of Kunia Road to have a flat tire. So that was a little bit of a bummer. But no crashes, no whammies, just 1 flatty, no bonkies. Ate well, drank well, burned over 11,000 calories. And then when we finally got to Haleiwa 7-Eleven, the one closest to the boat harbor, we had a celebratory beer over there. Friends helped me pack my bike up on the cars, and ended up with 236 miles in 24 hours. Body felt good, mind felt good. I just decided to pretty much call it for safety because of the cars and the extreme rains and wet conditions, and I didn't want anyone to crash out in the rain. So next up is the Trifecta 350, which Honolulu Bicycling League has 10 days. It's a registered event. I didn't get to register on time, but I'm probably still going to do it. It's a registered event to do 350 miles in 10 days, which I'm going to try to do that as quickly as I can in the shortest amount of days. And so my friend and I, my friend Grip, we want to get our redemption on the 300, especially him, because he had to call it quits at mile 166, but he has ridden 260 miles about 3.5 weeks ago, so he's definitely ready. I didn't know if I was ready. I only had 7 days to get ready for a 300-mile adventure in 24 hours, so just wrap your head around that. And like Will Smith says in Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air says, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. That's how I think about the bike, and I'll leave you with some motivational words. Let me get them. So I wrote down some motivational quotes here from Rafa Films on YouTube when they did the Big Land video series through Canada. So Jacob Raffy says, bike riding becomes kind of your identity as a person, and there's the moment you realize you don't have to be a bike racer. Oh, I can still do these things, have this lifestyle, and even if I'm not racing, I can still be a bike rider. Nice. And I think that moment is when it's no longer an identity crisis to stop racing. You're like, nothing has changed. This bike is an amazing tool, and it's kind of like this new refreshing thing to use a bike in a different way than going in circles. That was from Jacob Raffy. And then another one from Gus Morton from the same film. The reason I fell in love with this sport as a kid is the freedom and control it gave me over where I wanted to go and how I got there. When I didn't make it as a professional, I kind of thought that I had failed at the sport, that I had somehow missed the point. I now realize that there's no right way to ride a bike. Gus Morton. That's it. On to the next bucket list challenge. Peace, ride your bike, stay safe, and stay mentally with it. Let's get through this COVID crisis, whatever it is. Alright, ride your bike. Bye for now. Peace.